Look at that. Look at that perfection.
What's up, guys? So, I got something cool to talk to you guys about. The first time in 3 years, I am taking off. I'm taking my family and we're headed to Disneyland. So, the rest of this video, my employees, my amazing team, are gonna be working on Demery's Pacer, doing a lot of stuff. So, let's get right to it. And I'll see you guys in 10 days.
All right. Oh, we're a little bit dirty. All right, it's the most exciting day ever. Me and Hillbilly, we get to sand the Pacer. It's a sanding day. So I'm sure you guys will all love that.
First, we gotta clean it before we sand it.
That's true.
A lot of dirt.
It's been sitting in a field for a long time. There's a lot of that Vegas sand. We're gonna go through. We're gonna clean all this dirt, grum, in the windows, the sills, all through here. And then we're gonna go through and sand it. 320 everything. Get it all ready to be primed.
Are you excited?
I'm way excited. It's a sanding day.
Vacuum time.
This stuff is so corroded. Like, look at it.
Found the scrub brush does wonders on those in those tight cracks that a pick, yeah, I was breaking it up, you couldn't get it all out of there. The scrub brush is.
If we could only see the history of this car, what it's went through, where it's been, how many times it broke down. You know, you just, I don't know if everybody does it, but I just sit and wonder, like, the history of it. Something to think about.
You're gonna have 5 or 6 days of thinking that kind of history, of all that history, because that's about how many sanding days we have.
Yeah, heck yeah. I'm gonna get rid of all this stuff because it's just crumbling away. It's like sugar.
Now that's filthy. That's very filthy.
Hillbilly's got all the window sills cleaned up. I'm just blowing it out. So if there's any like little chunks that didn't want to, that were stuck, the vacuum wouldn't get out in the brush. So we're just coming through. We're almost done here, and then we're gonna start sanding, the favorite part. All right, I got me set up to sand. I got me some 320 on my DA. So I'm just gonna go over everything. Just kind of go over all this. Just get it all nice and smooth. Robbie says not to worry about doing any of the body work. He'll do that when he gets back, but we're gonna go over and hit like all along here. Probably use Scotch-Brite in the little areas, the roof. We already got the fenders, the hood done. So we'll be focusing on the rear, the hatch. This is all rough. Okay, now I'm gonna go through with the red Scotch-Brite and get inside the windows where I can't really fit the DA. Just get that all good in there. I want to scuff the inside of the door, and there's all these old leather clips, door jam clips, so I'm just popping them out. They're like so sun rotted, and they haven't even seen the sun. I think it's just from old and the heat. Hillbilly's just on the driver's side. Oh, no you're not.
No, right here. So I just had to pop the rear latch button because I need to sand, and you don't want to sand around it, and it just makes life easier when you're sanding it and painting it. And then I'll pull the latch mechanism out so that way we don't have to deal with it getting locked and then trying to find something to push the button in to release it. So I'm gonna go through and pop all the window trim clips out. It just makes life so much easier when it comes time to sanding inside here. We're gonna have to see if we can't find some new ones because a few of them broke when we was taking the trim off. And so you just pop them out. Be careful not to break the window because I don't know if we can find these windows.
I got the fuel cap here, well, gasoline cap, I should say. But I want this off because I want to sand over it, and I don't want to like Hillbilly did. He took the lock off because he didn't want to sand around it. There's 2 Phillips screws right here. Voila, just like that. So now I'm going to go ahead and sand that 320. I'll just use the DA. And just like that, I got the fuel cap all sanded up, ready to be painted. I'm gonna hit this side of the roof. Hillbilly, he's working his way up. He's gonna hit that side of the roof. This thing's just like straight rough, surface rough. So we're gonna sand it down, probably down to the bare metal. All right, just like that, we got the top all 180'd, and then we went over with 320. This is looking amazing.
Are you ready for the next part?
No, what's the next part?
Hand sanding all the cracks for where all the windows are.
Oh yeah, that's not
Door
bad.
jams.
That's what I've been doing on the door here.
By the time you're done, your fingertips will feel like they're raw.
Heck yeah, but is it that time now?
I don't know. My stomach was saying it was that time an hour and a half ago.
11:59.
Yeah, my stomach was saying it was that time an hour and a half ago.
Okay.
And we'll be back from lunch.
No, you're supposed to, you said it back or...
We're back from lunch. Now it's time to sand our fingertips away.
Yeah, lovely sand in the pool tip.
I want to pull this rear hatch off because we have we're going to paint the jam. We're going to jam it out. That's what it's called. And it can't really get up into here with the hatch on. And it's 2 bolts and then a clip and a pin to pull these shocks off, and then the whole hatch comes off. Maybe yep, take it all the way off. Just a little Carter pin. Uh-oh. We might be unbolting the strut tower off of the car because that pin ain't budging. Okay, me and Colton got it all unbolted. Ugh.
Oh, is that heavy?
No,
Oh yeah.
not really. But now I can finish doing my job.
Now you can reach it because the hatch is gone forever. Oh! Oh, your hands are red.
I can't tell if that's blood or paint. My fingertips are numb. How's yours feeling?
Pretty good. No, they're not too bad.
I'll get there.
Now I'm gonna go over and just show you a little bit of everything.
It's crazy that something that was kind of a goldish tint turned red when you sand it.
Okay, I'm just going through, still working on this door. All the door jambs in right here, but I just went and undid a few screws to get these panels out. A lot of them are just so broke up that you can't even keep them together to undo them, but yeah. So I can sand all right here, working on this front. One right here, got a screw here, and a screw there, and another one there. I want to be able to get all this, so I can sand all that, and all around right here.
I need a manicure. My fingers hurt.
My fingers hurt. It's the end of the day. We've done enough sanding for today.
Pretty much all of it.
I sent a picture to Robbie and he was like, what? Like, he was pretty impressed with it. So I think that's a plus. You're gonna wanna see what we're gonna be doing tomorrow.
So stick around. And it is tomorrow.
And
Wake up.
Oh, and just like that, it's the next day.
So now you're gonna see what we said you want to stick around to watch. Because here we go.
Could you take any guesses? Yep. We got basically all the sanding done. There's probably a few little bits and pieces that we still gotta sand. But me and Hillbilly decided we're gonna strip the whole inside of the car. That's right, everything. Down to the bare metal.
We want to see if what the floor looks like, see if it needs to be fixed.
And
We
this
need to
thing,
put a roll cage in there to keep the boss and Robbie
Yeah.
protected when they're out there doing burnouts.
yep, I heard something around maybe 1,000 horsepower. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna strip the whole inside down.
It's a 1976. We're bound to find something old or cool inside this car somewhere.
Bobby, come on. Come on. Come say hello. Come. Hey. Hey, buddy. Ooh, you've been sitting in the sun. You feel all warm. Hey, buddy. But no, you're getting fat again. Yes, you are.
Yeah. I think that's heavy enough load for the skid steer.
Yep. Go dump it.
Think we're keeping any of the plastics?
No, they're so brittle that if you were to sneeze, they'd break.
It shouldn't just break like that. Got a whole lot to get out.
I think we're gonna start with the front seat. That thing, look at that. That has like some curvature going down. Hopefully the floor's not rotted out on that side.
We hope. So before we start on the seat, I figured, hey, why not remove the kick panel? Expertly removed. That was loose. I thought it was gonna be tight and like rusted to where it's gonna be hard to come out. Which I haven't found like any bolts that's been rusted and hard to come out. They're all easy. I'm waiting for taking the dash out too.
I say so.
Yeah, because I think the roll cage is gonna want to come right there.
Yeah. I think we take it all out.
All of it? All of it. This one's kind of a bugger to get to.
Got the front bolt undone, the seat. Now we're gonna work on this. So look at that style of the seat. It's a bench seat, but instead of the whole thing,
It folds like wings.
it's just like, wah. It's pretty cool. I feel weird just reaching my hand down. I don't know what I'm gonna touch.
That's why I was wearing gloves when I done it.
Index
For what?
paper. Tune-ups, 2 liters, 6 and 8 cylinders.
For the car.
Yeah. Just shows you what page it's on.
You find the bolt? Oh, right there.
There she be.
Come on, pull. It can't be rusted in that bad.
I think there's another one. Cause it's solid. Oh, yep. Just on the in-by side of it.
In by side. Kumbaya, in by side.
Hey, that's a coal miner thing came out of me. Cause you got your in-by and your out-by.
It's called inside and outside, not in by and out by.
In-by and out-by. In-by going in or out-by, like going back out. Oh yeah.
So I better go check to see if there's a bolt on the in by side
Of the other one.
of the other one. Yep, there's one on the in by side, as Colton would say.
In-by side.
Sounds like you're saying imbecile. So how do I get those pulled out and bring you back? We're pulling the seat out.
Coming out?
No. Is there more?
You lie. Ooh. Okay, I'll go jump to the other side. Okay, lift. Oh, you gotta pull your seat forward. Let me forward. So much room for activities now.
Yeah. There'll be so much more once we get this back seat out too. Then we'll work on the seat belts and then we'll get the carpet out. So the bottom feels pretty loose. Give it a good old pull. It ain't moving. What's holding it in?
Maybe it's gonna come up.
I think we have to remove this one first. This bolt's loose already. Yeah, that means that side we're gonna fight.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ha. A little stubby.
Gonna remove the front to the top one first. Wow.
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 Oh, you popped a hole in the interior, man.
So now that rear one should just come right out.
Just like that. It's looking like a
Gutted pacer.
gutted pacer. Yep, you said it.
So before we can pull the carpet out, we have to get the seat belts unbolted. That was a little tight.
While Hillbilly's undoing the seat belts, I'm gonna work on these plastic panels right here. Here, 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 there, there, there.
Work on the last seat belt. Colton's already got all the trim panels off, kicker panels, so now he's waiting on me.
Oh.
That's gross.
So gross. You're okay. Come chill out, Bombi.
This is gross. We'll have to take a putty knife and scrape all this insulation stuff that's not coming off. Hey, this portion of the e-brake cable looks brand new.
Oh,
How did it taste?
tastes old and stale.
Right there. Hold the screw.
Look at that. That's a
floor.
clean floor. Like, I'm impressed.
Pristine. Now let's get the shop back over here and I'll start vacuuming it out.
I was gonna say, we might have to do our dry ice trick again, but
Yeah, this stuff's pretty old. I'm gonna start vacuuming all this garbage up.
okay, so what we got here, there was a hole, it's starting to rust out. And at first we were just gonna cut, right? We were just gonna cut it out right here and just patch it. But then he got thinking, he's like, you know, it could be thin up higher, we just can't see it, hasn't poked through yet. So Sean went ahead, got a cardboard piece, and then now he's gonna take this back, he taped it all up, he's gonna take it off, and he's gonna go recreate this whole section right here. So we're gonna take you through all the steps on what he does to make this piece again. When he gets it all done, he'll go through, he'll cut the old piece out, and then weld it back in.
That cardboard thing is called a CAD.
Yeah. Sorry, CAD. He made a CAD.
Meat CAD.
So yeah, we're gonna take you through the process. He's gonna just take it off now, and then he'll go over to his station and start doing his magic.
I don't think anyone's bent the spare tire since we got it. It's not coming loose. I'm curious what's in there. Sounds pretty hot. So curiosity's getting the best of me. I want to know what's in this. Oh!
Whoa, what is that?
That right there is what you call a donut. It's a full-sized one too.
White wall.
Luckily, we're gonna pull this out because we need it.
Yeah, we do.
Robbie burned the tire off. So here's our spare. It even still has a jack in it.
That's a cute little jack.
I don't know if it still works. We're gonna find out. Does it have air? We're gonna put some air in that, see if it holds. See if this jack still works. Yeah? Need some fluid. Just try and pull in the rear seat belt and then we're working on the dash. We have to get it pulled out so it's out of the way when we build the roll cage.
Got the first bend.
First bend.
Sean was telling us the wonders you can do with a skateboard wheel. Who would have thought? Yep. So he's talking about, he's looking to see how much curve it needs to run like that. So you'll shrink that piece right there.
There, yep. I'm gonna get that round. And then we gotta shrink this to see how it's going that way. To get it to go that way.
So I can visually see that there's screws along the front, 2 bolts here. So I'm gonna start pulling the ones I can visually see. Move to the other side, the driver's side, to get the 2 bottom bolts out. And I can't get to one of them. I am trying to figure out how to get all this out of the way to get to that 1 bolt. Then do the wipers.
So he started to shrink the side and starting to create that curve.
I was trying to tear all this apart just to get 1 bolt that's right here. And as I was sitting right here looking to see where all the bolts are to get this off, I noticed there's a little cutout right here inside where the bolt is. So all I had to do was remove that one panel that holds the light switch and wiper switch. I just pulled a bunch of unnecessary stuff to this one bolt. It should kind of shift a little bit to let me know that I'm getting close to dropping it. Now I'm just dropping the steering column because it's bolted to the dash as well.
Will it come down or will it stay?
No, it'll fall a little bit if it falls at all. Now, gotta undo the firewall.
Ew. Oh my gosh, how is it even doing what it's doing?
Taste it.
Black licorice. Electrical grease.
Old electrical grease that's had years and years and years of dust and dirt and grime getting inside there, but it kept the water out. Now it's time to see if this dash is going to come out. Whoa. Oh, we got to unhook this speedometer. I don't think that's supposed to do that, but it did. This dash is just falling apart. I'm not putting much pressure, force, or anything on there, and it's just cracking and breaking. I guess I better drop the e-brake cable. That's now what's holding me up.
Need to shrink it a little more there. Getting there.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be so nice.
Okay, now let's see if it's ready to come out. Now that I got the hood latch and e-brake release undone. What the heck is still holding it?
Speaker wire. Well, we got so much stuff back here. Look at all that.
Wow. I even held some of that dust. There's the fuse panel. Hey, easy. We need heat still.
Motor's still good. So brittle.
Tristy, she comes back, she's like, you guys wanna go on a recovery? And we're like, yeah. So guess what? We're going on a recovery today. Yeah.
A recovery up Ephraim Canyon. Maybe 5 miles, but there's definitely snow. They sent us pictures, but it's just a Bronco, a newer Bronco that went off the road into a ditch. So we're gonna fire up old King Fred. It's a beautiful day out, it's warm. Perfect day to go play in the snow.
See how much fuel King Fred needs. Oh, there's still Sand Hollow dust. There's Sand Hollow sand on here.
We should probably just...
I never knew you could mute it.
Well, if you don't know,
You do now.
now you know.
That's it?
A little bit of a bumpy ride.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well we hit the snow, so now the fun begins. And the thing of it is that with it warming up, that snow becomes just like a slush. It's almost like it's slicker. That's weird to say, but man, it's bumpy. Oh! Jeez Louise! Hold on to your britches. The seatbelt's holding me down, so we just came around this corner and we can see him right up there. So we'll get up to him. Maybe we'll bounce up to him, and then we'll assess it, make a plan, and then me and Hillbilly will get him pulled out. Okay, we got up to the Bronco. He said he was going up, following a trail, and he ended up sliding off. And then he's made his way back down. He's backed up probably like 50 feet, and he's stuck right there. So Hillbilly's gonna get King Fred backed up, And then we're gonna hook up to the front and see if we can just pull the front end up over.
That's what we're hoping, is that it works just perfect like that.
Okay, we'll get set up and we'll get the foot in place. Yeah.
So the plan is I'm gonna have you get inside,
I can do that.
turn the wheel this way, and put it in neutral.
Crank it this way, passenger,
Yep,
and then you'll just pull me right back up.
yep. Okay, that's done.
And I wonder if you could just set the camera up.
What? Oh, okay, we can do that. I'll do that as soon as I get back.
How fancy this. I could sit and watch Hillbilly through the front camera. So that's our goal. I'm glad we could come up, get them unstuck. They're in a nice Bronco. We were able to get them pulled out, no damage to the vehicle, and that's our goal. Watch Hillbilly pull away. Look at him. That was a successful recovery. We got them out. They're happy. We didn't damage the vehicle at all. Now they can continue on their way back down the mountain. They said they're not going to go up any further.
Yeah, the further you go, the worse it gets.
Yeah. No, thanks.
Oh, hi. So right now I'm just going through and getting everything, all the relays and stuff unbolted off the car, because we're going to take this wiring harness completely out of the car and set it aside. Well, I know we're changing the motor, and so we'll have to redo the wiring harness anyways for whatever motor we're putting in. So a lot of this wiring we won't even use, but we don't want to go and start cutting it up because we don't know if we don't need it all or just don't need some of them. So I want to be as nice as possible and just start unbolting and unplugging things and leave it as one full wiring harness.
I'm going to work on the headliner. I think there's just 2 more bolts right there where the light is. And then I got a little broken panel over there. It has 1 screw in. So I'm going to work on that while Hillbilly is doing the wiring assortment, whatever you want to call it, discombobulating it. I got the back ones undone. Now you just got to fold it. Oh, comes out like that.
I'll grab the insulation.
Clean one owner. Maybe we should have just left the headliner. Okay, we're both working on the wiring. Hillbilly's inside, I'm outside. We're trying to get some wires through the firewall. So I got this black wire coming through the firewall. We got the grommet out, so now it's loose. So I followed the wire. It's coming to this sensor right here by the light. If you asked me what it was, I would have no clue, but I unhooked it there, and then it's going to right here on the side. We unhooked the battery. Well, battery was already unhooked. We just removed the battery, get it all pulled through into the other wiring harness. So I'm going to find out what it is. Okay, I found out where it went. So right here, there's a little connector. Unhook that. That should be ready to pull through. You pull through? Perfect.
And now this side. Behind that soup can looking thing?
Soup can, yeah. There's a whole plate there.
Yeah, we have to do that plate.
Looks like it's an 8.
Can.
But the ones to get to that plate, hey, it's a soup can. Set that off to the side. Lucky guess. It's an 11, Hillbilly. I'm gonna have to pop this one wiper blade or arm off so I can get to that other bolt. I just wanted to give you guys an update on what Sean's doing. Like I said, he's working on this back fender quarter panel. Check it out. So he sat, it don't even look like it, but he had to weld this flat piece on right here. Look at that. Look at that perfection. I sent a picture to Robbie and he was just like, just so thrilled about it. Because we were, originally Robbie was just gonna cut a little square there and then Sean, he steps in and he's like, it'd be easier just to make a whole new panel. So
Finally got the little rat's nest out. The reason I say little, because it's old school. So very bare minimal wires were installed to operate everything in this car. And nowadays cars, you pull it out and the harness is this big and spider with legs going everywhere. So we'll just set this aside for later use in case we need it. Now, we're going to do a quick final vacuum up and then we get a pull Sean into the cab of the car and make it feel like we're going for a ride. We're gonna map out the roll cage to know where the base plates are going to be welded to the floor. So when Robbie gets here, we can bend tubing and weld those to the plate. So we know for sure we're putting one in here.
Yep.
I mean,
you could come over here and you could go
up like that.
Yeah.
And then
Right
around.
down there.
Just like that.
Yeah. Then you can get in there. Cause that's all tar.
So just like that.
And then the bar come up right.
Run the bar up. Now on the front, where are you thinking? Because we don't really want to have it on the angle.
Well, you can come down. Yeah.
Because then the pipe would be angled. Will that affect the structure any?
You want to be close to the rocker though. So we could actually plate here and up the rocker. You know, bend the plate.
Mm-hmm.
And then the tube can hit right here.
And we can weld up the side of the tube. And
Yep. You doing dot to dot?
yeah, it won't draw.
Then you're tied into that post good.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So that's where we have to clean. Well, how big of a sheet do you think we should use?
About that big of a plate. They usually say 5 by 5.
So then I'll have to go bigger then. Clean, like scrape out into here.
Well, yeah.
Just like 5 by 5 and then clean up, what, an inch around it?
That's big enough.
So we got one plate there, we're gonna put one plate there, and then one plate in the back.
And where did we decide on the back?
Right through that hole, right?
Right there?
Straight on top of the rail.
So then we're gonna plate right here, and then we'll come over on this side, same spot. But this side's gonna be a little easier,
Yeah.
because it's all already cleaned out. So plate there, plate here, so we'll cut in around here.
Oh, that's
So then a bar will run up, and then we'll run a bar across, and then the plate here to come up, it'll bend and come up like that.
Well, I guess we both got our work cut out on scraping this tar out.
I'm a good scraper. I can scrape.
Okay, so I got the tar scraped off where we're going to do it, or where we're going to weld, right there. So now I've got to take a wire wheel and get rid of the E-coating.
Okay, so we got the Hillbilly got his cleaned on the passenger side. I went ahead and cleaned the driver's side. Now we're moving to the mid of the car. But this time we got to do a little bit of cutting. So Hillbilly has it all marked out.
Well, that's already straight. And then it'll come right down through this seam here.
Perfect.
Perfect, Sean. Is not my forte. So I'm gonna start cutting. That way we can weld it back on if needed. Now focus on getting all this tar cleaned out of this hole.
Me and Hillbilly, we got looking at from the driver's side, passenger side, how much different.
Up on the tape line.
Yeah, he's like, dude, you're like way off on your measurements. I'm like, no, it's the same. But then we got looking, and the driver's side, way different than the passenger side. I'll give you an example. So right here, right there is just about 9 inches to the wheel well. Passenger side, look, you're 6 inches. And the door from here to there is what, 50?
Yeah.
50 inches. On the driver's side, it was 46 inches. And then what we figured out was because everyone gets in from the passenger side, seat folds, so you got more room.
But every vehicle that I've ever seen, they're the exact same size.
Yeah. So yeah, this car's not even the same as the passenger side
So
as
we
the
can't
driver's
make
side.
things match passenger to driver, because then everything would be squonkus.
Yeah. Okay, so Sean cut the panel out. So you see the rust there and there, but you flip it over and you can see how much rust actually was in there. If we would have just cut out the little square, then up here is a lot thinner. So yeah, he just went ahead and built a whole new one.
So I just cut slits because I want to cut this where this tape line is, but it's like, well, if I do that, then the rocker won't be part of this no more because I just cut it off. So I just cut slits, and now I'm going to bend it over to where it's flat. So that way when we weld the piece of metal on here, 5 inches will be part of the rocker out to here. And so that way we can weld the rocker solid to the body with that plate. So that way we're getting the structure of the rocker, but also tying the body all together to set the roll bar on.
Heck yeah. So Sean has this to a point where I think it's ready to be welded in. There's some patching on the door that we still got to do. As you can see right there, There's a hole there and then the front of the door. So him and Hillbilly are taking the door off. They're gonna take it over to Sean's corner.
Yes, go to your corner, Sean.
And there, he's just gonna work on it over there. So that way he's not in our way. We still gotta weld the plates in. For the roll cage, like I said, we got the front all cleaned up. We got these notched out.
The big door.
Yeah. The big door.
All right, so I just got back. The guys crushed it on the Pacer project. Sean and Hillbilly and Colton, everybody. They got so much done. This thing is stripped down. I'm almost in disbelief about how much we got done. So we still got a lot of stuff to do to make it to LS Fest, but it's coming along nicely. And we just partnered with Summit Racing. So we're gonna be doing some cool stuff. Summit's gonna be helping us out with the build. So we got a lot of things coming.
At this rate, we'll be on track for being earlier than the deadline.
Don't even say that. It'll be like the night before.
Yeah.
We're loading on the trailer to head out.
Yeah, exactly. So as always, we appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, go check out this one.